Yo, what's happening, YouTube family? 2K Mechanic back for another video for you guys. And in today's video, we're going to talk about the Pickpocket badge. I know you hear a lot of people saying the Pickpocket badge is useless after the patch in Season 2, and you don't get the steals that you used to get in Season 1. And I want to make this point of clarification before I get into what my thoughts are on the badge, right? So in Season 1, you were able to pluck people very easily. And in my opinion, it didn't really take too much skill to pluck somebody. Like, the ball could be in their left hand, and you could be on their right side and reach all the way around them to get the steal. And this was predicated on the fact that you had probably a higher steal rating, not steal rating, but you probably had a higher steal badge rating than the opposing player, because, you know, a lot of builds can only get silver unpluckable because they can't get an 87 ball control. So naturally, most people have a higher pickpocket or steal rating than most people have ball control. So naturally, they were able to rip those guys because of that. So, you know, I'm glad that's gone. They did nerf it quite a bit, which I think it was needed because, like I said, if people have unpluckable so low, then you shouldn't be able to rip them so easily, right? Unless you have like a high, like 95 plus steal, because most of your little guards can get that easily. They can get a 99 steal easy, so, or above a 90 steal easy, so it wouldn't be fair. But to answer the question, do you need pickpocket on your build? The question to that depends on your play style. Are you an aggressive defensive player, or are you a defensive player that, you know, zone defensive player that just likes to play zones? I would say, at a minimum, if you're going to equip pickpocket, you need it on silver. The sweet spot for it is gold. I currently run gold on most of my builds. Code runs gold on his builds, and we get steals, on ball steals, crazy. I'm not even gonna talk about the passing lanes because that's easy. But on ball steals, we still get on ball steals is like crazy. And one thing a lot of you guys, I would say probably 90% of the community doesn't do, that you guys should start practicing to get more on ball steals, is a lot of people are box made for PS5 users or PS4 users. On Xbox, it will be X button. They're Xbox X button made, box button made, meaning they always press square, right, to get a steal. Now, if you press square doesn't allow you full control. Square just kind of lets the 2K or the computer decide, or let the game decide what animation or reach they want to choose for that situation. Now, you can do that, right? And in some cases it's warranted, but if you want to get more on ball steals, if you want to get more control on which hand you want to use, you need to start stealing with the right stick. A lot of people don't know that. You can steal with the right stick, right? For instance, if somebody's in a triple threat mode, or they just catch the ball and they're facing you up and they're not doing any movements, any jab steps or anything with the ball, you can flip your right stick down, right? And he'll swipe down for the ball, right? Which means he'll swipe through the ball and make the opponent lose the ball. And a lot of times when they do that animation, or when you get the swipe down animation and you get contact on the ball, it puts the offensive player in a bad animation so that it's hard for them to recover and get the ball, right? They get this their hands fly up or their hands fly to the side, you know, and they get that little animation where they're stuck, right? Like, let's say, for instance, you're on ball and the guy's comboing up, the offensive player's comboing up, and you can time them and you know what dribble move is coming next. So you can flip your right stick to the right or right stick to the left to get your hand on the ball. Like, if he's coming with a crossover from the right to left, you tap left on your right stick, then your right hand will swipe the ball, especially if it's a in your face crossover, which a lot of guards like to do. Then you swipe and you get the steal. Vice versa, if they're going from left to right and you swipe right on your stick, you know, right or right diagonal on your stick, right down diagonal, then you will get a left hand swipe to swipe the ball away, right? So this is precision control for people trying to get steals. A lot of people don't know how to do that, so they say pickpocket doesn't work. No, you just don't, number one, you don't know how to time for the reach. And number two, you're using square, which doesn't give you full control over your player. So I think the sweet spot is gold. If you're locked and you're playing comp a lot, then you want it Hall of Fame, because he's more than likely the guard you're going up against will have it Hall of Fame, or they will have unpluckable Hall of Fame. In my Why Strength Matters videos, I'll talk about animation. Now, when you body up people, that is the perfect animation to go for a steal or on ball steal, because when you body up somebody naturally, like for instance, if you body them up going left, what do they want to do? And then you push them to the corner, or you push them to a part of the floor they're in the mid-range, because a lot of people don't like take mid-range shots. Then they're naturally going to come to their other ball hand. And when they come to the other ball hand, that is a prime time for you to time the steal, right? As you guys can see in some of the clips that I have on the screen, a lot of on ball steals happen when I body up somebody, and now I predict them going to the other ball hand. It's just pattern recognition and timing and proper right stick, mechanics, right? So yeah, I implore you guys to use the right stick a little more. Sometimes you can press square, for instance, like if you're helping on a driver and they're driving past you, then yeah, you could use the right stick. Right stick, you can use the box button or the X button on Xbox, and you'll probably get a good steal, or bump steals and stuff like that. Or when you're rushing somebody to get a steal, that's a good time to press the box button. But other times, use the right stick. All right, man. 2K Mechanics signing out. Hope you guys found this video useful. So my conclusion, my verdict, run it on gold if you want to run it, or even silver if you can. If you don't believe in it, don't run it at all. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, if you're an aggressive player, what Pickpocket allows you to do is reach without getting fouls. Like, I'm an aggressive player, so I'm gonna reach to slow the offensive player down. So if the higher pickpocket you have, and then pickpocket is attribute and badge made, right? So if you have an above 90, then you get a better reach animation. If you have, let's say, gold, at least gold pickpocket, it gives you can recover a little bit faster, and then you don't get the fouls, right? And then Hall of Fame, you get even less fouls, right? So that's the other benefit of running pickpocket. You can reach and not get fouled. The point of reaching is not just also to get the steal, but to slow down the offensive player, make him reset, get back into his dribble moves, all that, put him in try to put him in a position where he's uncomfortable. So yeah, that's the advantages of using the pickpocket badge. So if you play that way, definitely put it on gold. If you don't play that way and you rely on the zone and passing lane steals, then you don't really have to use it at all. All right, 2K Mechanics signing out. Appreciate all the love and support you guys been showing the videos lately. And until next time, peace, y'all.